Yo, boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the good old fast state of current WoW. Now, it has been a noticeable thing that obviously WoW's gone a little bit more down in the drain than usual, mainly because of Kata, but also just because nothing's been happening. I'm hoping, actually no, I'm not even hoping, because hoping is pretty pointless in WoW. I would say I'd hope the next expansion would be good, but again, World of Warcraft has turned into a Call of Duty type of franchise to where they just put a new name on it, put the same release content. They might, you might run some old dungeons, and that's pretty much all they're doing. Um, Cataclysm, pretty much a failure. I'm like 1500 CR, and I'm like the 3000, I think I'm in the top 3000 player place at 1500 CR. So that should tell you enough. And that's in threes. So yeah, not very many people are playing Kata, especially PvP wise. And then on retail, they have yet to just implement an MMR change or any type of rating changes or nothing. All you really have to do, again, to save PvP, it's not that difficult. It's really easy. Just make it easier to push. In threes right now, or just in general, it is insanely difficult just to hit 21 or 2200 right now. I'd say if you're not playing a really good comp and you're not playing with actual good players, you're not going to be able to get that rating. Like, even right now, I don't even think I could get Gladiator currently. Like, if I use, like, me and my brother, if we used LFG, I don't think that we're capable of getting it. Like, I don't think so. Because we've tried it, we've gotten up to 2200 pretty easily, and then if you don't get a really good player that's really good with your comp, and then on top of that, you have to face comps that are really compatible versus yours. So you got to get no caster cleaves, and then on top of that, you have to win at least two or three in a row without losing in order to, in order to gain back what you lost. Because usually, what happens is you gain like 10 or 11 rating, and then you'll lose 9 of that rating to one loss. So let's say one game you get a melee cleave. It's like, oh yeah, nice. We pretty much win this automatically. Well, the next game you get a caster cleave, so you lose. The next game you get a melee. Oh, we win again. Oh, and then we get another caster cleave or a counter comp, so then we lose again. So what happens is you end up just never gaining rating. You're literally just standing at the same rating, and it's just impossible to gain because every comp is against your comp. And it doesn't even matter what comp. You could be a caster cleave, and you'll face a counter comp, and it'll be the same thing for them. The only time that it matters is if you're playing with really good players and you're synced up. It's literally gladiator level type of games. You need to be in voice, or you need to be very good, and you need to have perfect synchronized, and maybe then you're going to be able to push. But if you're not playing with really good players, you're not going to be able to get high rated. That's just a fact. It's going to be really difficult and practically impossible for somebody who hasn't already been who isn't really good and who isn't like it's extremely difficult even for me. Like, I've been gladiator. I'm very good. I've played pretty much every class. I have XP on about every class. Obviously have XP on rogue. I'm good at rogue. And even if I tried to hit gladiator right now, unless I play with really good players and I had a team, I wouldn't be able to hit that rating. I could get probably 2300 and then I just wouldn't be able to find anybody. So they really just need to fix the rating gains. Bring it back to Shadowlands Season 1, 2, and maybe that's it. That's all they have to do. So, Solo Shuffle, bring it back. Solo Shuffle's okay right now. I'd say they could probably buff the rating gain. So, like, let's say in Dragonflight Season 1, that was the best Solo Shuffle experience that you're going to get. Obviously, what they can do is for 3 threes, you should gain MMR and you should gain rating. The fact that you lose MMR on a 3-3 is disgusting and idiotic. But, um, yeah, I think if they just buff that, buff the solo shuffle, they can buff the arena, make it like Shadowlands. I don't see WoW being bad at that point. I can't tell if it's just difficult or if they're that lazy to implement something or, like, I don't understand. Like, because they have to know this. Like they have to know that they can fix it at any given time, and it's not like a hard fix. I actually missed my dragon. I thought it hit people from behind, but I guess not. I was just good old fashioned. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's difficult or if they're just not wanting to do it on purpose. Now, obviously, there's a big reason they don't do anything for PvP is because really, if you think about it, only like 15% of WoW player base is on PvP, which is not a lot. So most people, if not everybody, is playing PvE. Like if you look at the streamers on PvE compared to PvP, there's an immense difference. Probably because PvP is not you don't get anything from doing PvP. Like if you're not the very best, you're not able to get you're not like there's no achievements that you can get for a regular WoW player. Maybe you can try to hit 2100, but like even that is going to be extremely difficult. So like what's the point of trying PvP? Like there's no point. There's nothing that you can get. Like cuz the achievements aren't like you're not able to get them for an average player. Like it's not possible. Like Gladiator, 2200, 2100, those are just unrealistic for an average WoW player. It's not going to happen. Maybe in Solo Shuffle if you just get lucky playing a class, but like it shouldn't come down to that. Again, Shadowlands was just such a good season because everybody was able to play it. Whether or not you are a bad or good player, you were able to at least get 2200 or 2300, which is fine. If the top arena players are going to be 3K plus or 33, twos players are going to be at 2800, 2900, then it doesn't matter. 2300 is not like a big achievement when it's like that. But like for those type of players, it is. Because a good player can get that rating. But like someone who is an average player, it wouldn't this entire expansion, it would not be possible for them to hit 2100. The only time it would have ever been possible is season 1 of Dragonflight, and that's only because it's Solo Shuffle, maybe just Solo Shuffle in general, which that's really the only other choice you have. There's no way you're queuing Arena, but they just have to make it more playable for, just playable in general. Like it's really not difficult. That's what my opinion is. That's all they'd have to do, and it would save WoW in every way possible. Obviously, maybe not in the way of balancing, but like I'd rather they just need to have one thing right. Like it's not like everyone expects them to have 100%, everything right. This guy actually almost dies in Shadowy Duel, even though I pre-breathed the entire Shadowy Duel. Lol. But that's pretty much how that goes. But yeah, MMR. I mean, just arenas in general, or PvP in general, just really need a fix. Do I see it getting fixed? Probably not, to be honest. I mean, they had an entire expansion to just do anything about it, and they just didn't bother with it. So next expansion, the thing is, it's just like if you're not playing PvE, eventually you're gonna quit. Like that's what it comes down to, I think. I think eventually, unless you're doing this shit for a job, I think honestly, eventually you're gonna quit. This guy was trying to buy a good old fashioned carry on today. I'm just gonna keep it in the video because why not? But yeah, that's what I have my opinion on it. I don't think it's gonna get fixed, and it's not really enjoyable anymore. I mean, I just play it because obviously I have issues of my own, so I'm kind of it's better than nothing, but it still can be better than nothing. I actually pre-walled his stun like a god, almost died through it. Obviously, Subbro got a buff, so they're doing a little bit more damage. Thankfully, even with all of his burst, he still isn't even doing that much damage. He's only doing like 100k DPS. But yeah, it's pretty much that. That's my thoughts on the current state of WoW. I think Cat is gonna die out when the next expansion comes out, and then the next expansion is gonna die out in about give or take 2 months. I think once people realize it's just the same rerun trash, it's just gonna go back to normal. That's kind of just how WoW's always been, though. Like you have to put time in your game in order for it to actually thrive, and it's just that's not a thing in WoW. But you guys will have to let me know what you guys think about it. What do you think they could do to change WoW? Personally, obviously I don't really have hope in the WoW in general. I mean, I just play it to play at this point. It's not really like I don't enjoy playing WoW, but I play it. I think it's like it's the only game that's like it is, and that's no credit to the current to the current devs. The current devs had nothing. They just bought. It's like people who bought Coca-Cola and then they act like they created it. Or another example, it's like Walter White making meth, and then for say some like other meth dealer copies of his formula and takes over it and acts like he made it. That's what these devs try to do. They try to implement their own things when they can just change it the exact way that people want it to be. I don't want to see you. It's like people creating, there's a book on a TV show, and then people would rather do their own version of that TV show. Like, bro, just do it. The form, like, it's not hard. It really isn't. Like, it's easy to make the game good, and it's not difficult. I doubt it costs a lot of money because it's already been done. If they could do it way back then, they can do it now. But you guys will have to let me know what you guys think about that. And I'm just creating this video because I still enjoy making my videos, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting tired of the game, to be honest. I'm kind of just like, this is actually my first solo shuffle I've done since my druid, and I AFK'd out of my druid at 2470 because I was so done healing versus evokers. It's the most disgusting thing in life. If you're a wrestle druid and you face a good evoker, especially when it was week 2 or 3, it was the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. Here we literally just win in the opener. I guess the Warlock just decides he's not going to click a single button, and I use my Fire Breath in the Shadowy Door on top of my dragon, and we absolutely flame this guy. You'll see right here. So I see him. He's going to go for incap. He's going to stun Shadowy Door. I use my pre-roar, and then we go Windwalker, and then we one-shot the Windwalker. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the next videontes. Peace, peace.